Meet Iganacia Lupa, the Wolf of Little Italy. Born in Sicily, this evil little greaseball brought his ruthless ways to New York from the old country. By the early 1900s, he controlled the black market, extortion, and more. Known for his cunning and brutality, Lupa was feared and revered. But his reign didn't last forever. In 1910, he was convicted of counterfeiting and sentenced to 30 years. May he rot in hell. Are you intrigued by the dark underbelly of crime? Let's dive into the reign of Tony Ducks Corallo. Anthony "Tony Ducks" Corallo was no ordinary mobster. As the boss of the Lucchese crime family, he orchestrated some of the most notorious criminal activities in New York. Corallo earned his nickname Ducks for his ability to dodge law enforcement for decades. He ruled with an iron fist from the shadows, using payphones to avoid FBI wiretaps. His reign of terror included labor racketeering, gambling, and extortion. But his downfall came in the 1980s when he was finally caught and convicted under the RICO Act.
If you're a true crime fan, you need to know about Tommy Gaglano, the silent power behind the Lucchese family. Tommy Gaglano wasn't a loud, flashy gangster. Instead, he operated in the shadows, meticulously building one of New York's most powerful crime families. From the 1920s to the 1950s, Gagliano's strategic mind and low profile kept him out of the spotlight. But make no mistake, his influence was immense. He managed operations with precision, making the Lucchese family a dominant force.
All right, true crime fans, let's dive into the shadowy world of Johnny Dio, the mastermind you never knew. Johnny Dio, born Giovanni Ignazio Dioguardi, was the king of the labor racketeers. In the 1950s and 60s, he orchestrated numerous schemes from behind the scenes, manipulating unions and business deals with a cunning unseen by most. Dio was the puppeteer pulling the strings, ensuring the mafia's iron grip on New York City's industries. But he wasn't just about money. He was a mentor to future infamous figures like Tony Ducks Corallo. Many feared him, yet few knew his name. That's the hidden legacy of Johnny Dio. Intrigued?
Why do some of the most notorious hitmen come from Brooklyn? Meet Anthony Testa, one of the deadliest of them all. Anthony Testa wasn't just any hitman, he was the stuff of nightmares. Known for his cold precision and ruthless efficiency, Testa was a key member of the infamous DeMeo crew. His career in crime was marked by a staggering body count, and he quickly earned a fearsome reputation on the streets of Brooklyn. But what drove Testa to such a deadly path? From his early days in organized crime to becoming one of the most feared hitmen, his story is a dark journey into the underbelly of New York's crime world. Waxy Gordon, a name lost in the pages of time. Or was it? Born Irving Wexler in 1888, Gordon was a master of deception and a millionaire bootlegger. Operating during the Prohibition era, he was the silent partner to notorious mobsters like Arnold Rothstein. Waxy made his fortune by flooding the streets with illegal alcohol, but he was no ordinary gangster. He kept a low profile, avoiding the limelight, which made him a ghost in the annals of crime history. But his downfall came when the IRS caught up with him on tax evasion charges in 1933. Convicted and forgotten, the hidden tycoon faded into obscurity. If your idea of mafia powerhouses includes only the old guard, think again. Alphonse Trucchio was the new wave in the Gambino family. Born into the infamous Gambino crime family, Alphonse Trucchio quickly climbed the ranks. By his early 20s, he was already a captain, a rare feat. Known for his sharp mind and ruthless tactics, Trucchio played a key role in the family's operations during the 2000s. From running illegal gambling rings to orchestrating massive fraud schemes, his impact was undeniable. But like many in the mob world, his rise came with a fall. Trucchio faced numerous indictments leading to his eventual imprisonment. Want more on notorious figures like Alphonse? Subscribe for more true crime stories and check out Vincent Assaro, a name that sends chills down the spine of criminologists everywhere. Vincent Assaro was more than just a mobster. He was allegedly the mastermind behind the 1978 Lufthansa heist at JFK Airport. Imagine $5 million in cash and $875,000 in jewels vanished without a trace. Assaro was connected to the infamous Bonanno crime family, a network of underworld figures that ruled New York's criminal landscape. For decades, Assaro managed to evade justice until his arrest in 2014. But despite the testimonies and evidence, he was acquitted in 2015, leaving many to wonder, did he really get away with it?
If your idea of a criminal mastermind is a shadowy figure, you're thinking of Matteo Messina Denaro, the legit last godfather, known for his ruthlessness and cunning. He rose to power in the Sicilian Mafia in the 1990s. Responsible for bombings that killed anti-mafia prosecutors and countless other crimes, Denaro has evaded capture for decades. Despite being a fugitive, he still commands respect and fear. A true ghost in the world of organized crime. Want more stories of notorious figures? Subscribe now and uncover the shadows. Welcome to Notorious Figures in History. What happens when a mafia boss refuses to bow to America's most feared gangsters? The answer would change organized crime forever. Known as the Peacemaker, Gaspar Milato was a major figure in Detroit's mafia during Prohibition. Born in Sicily, he built alliances from Brooklyn to Detroit, always trying to keep the peace. But after a rival's death, tensions exploded. Milato, trusting his reputation, attended a lunch to broker peace. Instead, he was ambushed and killed instantly. His assassination sparked a bloody mafia war and marked the beginning of the Castellamarise conflict. Want more stories of...
This man killed 30 people by stabbing them simultaneously in both eyes, earning him the nickname Willie Two-Knife Altieri. Operating in early 1900s New York, Altieri was the Black Hand's most feared enforcer. His signature method? Twin blades, one for each eye socket, delivered with chilling precision. The Italian-American underworld trembled at his very name. His bloody reign ended only when rival gangs united against this monster.
Welcome to Notorious Figures in History. Meet Carl Civella, the leader of the Kansas City crime family. Following the death of his brother, longtime crime boss Nicholas Civella, Civella ran Kansas City's underworld with iron fists and blood-stained hands. He wasn't just some street thug with a bunch of goomers. Civella was a real-life mob boss and goon. You could find him killing it with the butterfly collars and cheap perfume, orchestrating hits, shaking down casinos and corrupting weak politicians. He ordered violence like most people order takeout. Fast, ruthless, and with zero remorse. The FBI finally caught this fool slipping in a massive wiretap. He sang like a canary, a real Fonzanoon move exposing the Midwest mob's darkest secrets.
Welcome to Notorious Figures in History. This is why you've probably never heard of Frankie Three Fingers Coppola. He was the mobster both America and Italy tried to forget. Here's how he vanished from history. Born in Sicily in 1899, Frank Coppola got his nickname after losing 2 fingers to a double-barrel shotgun blast. In 1926, Fingers weaseled his way into Detroit, pretending to be a laborer, and brutally rose to power in organized crime. A major drug trafficker with an iron pimp hand, Coppola was linked to the Detroit Partnership and was an enforcer for Jimmy Hoffa. When the FBI closed in, he was deported to Italy, but rumors swirled he never really left the underworld. Coppola died in 1982, his true story buried in mystery. Subscribe, and we would love to hear your ideas on which notorious figure to cover next on our channel. One lucky commenter will get his or her name called out in the video. Until next time, cheers Goomba Generals.